Yeah.
Shut up, Kosher.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Whoa.
Shut up, Kosher.
Ballin'.
Take it back.
Like it's game time. Locked in when it's game time. Yeah, I'm ballin'. Like it's game time. Locked in when it's game time. I put in work, couldn't wait for my bag coming. 3 whole years and these records keep running. Don't talk to me if you can't match the numbers. Ballin', like it's game time. Locked in when it's game time. Yeah, I'm ballin', like it's game time. Locked in when it's game time. I put in work, couldn't wait for mine.
Name ass, loser ass name.
Your video with comments about a
He's a
certain
loser.
other female
Oh,
content
sure.
creator.
He's a loser.
AK.
This is the first family reunion we have had in 5 years. She's 96 years old. 96. Family reunions are about uniting the family, bringing together the young and the old, singing and dancing and thanking God, giving Him the glory, thanking Him for getting us over. As we marched up the road this afternoon, what we saw were young men gambling, fighting, cussing, women with no clothes on, gyrating all on this land. Do you see the shack? The man and woman who were born here gave birth to this generation. They were slaves. They worked this ground, but they bought it from the widow of the slave owner. And that's the kind of blood we have running through our veins. That's the stock that we are made of. What happened to us? What happened to us? I mean, what? Do you know who you are? What happened to the pride and the dignity and the love and respect that we had for one another? Where did it go? And how do we get it back? I'm gonna tell you. Young black men, take your place. We need you. Your sons and daughters need you. Did you understand what I just said? You were sold off and had no choice, yes, but now it's time to stay. Take your place. Now, starting now, starting now. Young black women, you are more than your thighs and your hips. You are beautiful, strong, powerful. I want more from you. Take your place. I want every single one of you. Young man, young woman, turn.
Fall comes to us in its own time. Finders keepers, losers we.
Ma'am, book a session.
And just to let you niggas know, we don't need y'all. We want y'all, but we don't need you.
20 years later.
Our black men, we want all y'all back. Because we love you, we see you, kings. And most importantly, we need you. And most importantly, we need you.
And most importantly, we need you.
They said the best thing to keep stuff away from black folks is to put it where? In a book. Guess what? I love to read, baby. I could read to y'all all day. Here we go. Let's go. We reverse nature by burning and pulling one civilized apart and bullwhipping the other to the point of death, all in her presence. By her being left alone, unprotected with the male image destroyed, the ordeal caused her to move from her psychological dependent state to a frozen independent state. In this frozen psychological state of independence, she will raise her male and female offspring in reversed roles. For fear of the young male's life, she will psychologically train him to be mentally weak and dependent, but physically strong. Because she has become psychologically independent, she will train her female offspring to be psychologically independent. What have you got? You've got the nigga woman out front and the man behind and scared. This is a perfect situation for sound sleep and economic. The Latin word for respect is respectus. And guess what it means? It means to look back at. To look at again. I challenge you, sisters. Look at your man again. Look at your son's father again. And instead of looking at him through the eyes of the white supremacists, look at him through who you know he truly is deep down inside. Pray for him. Respect him. Love him. Help him to become the king and the God that he truly is. Telling a black woman that she is the backbone of the family is an insult directly to the black man. Because y'all basically saying, he ain't got no backbone. And ladies, I don't want that kind of pressure. Y'all okay with being a backbone to the family? Listen, I ain't leaving or putting out my man to be no backbone or no family. That's a lot of work. That's some stress. I ain't trying to be out here scratching, baby. I don't want... You see how hard it is to keep this skin clear? I ain't like y'all. I ain't built for this. Half of y'all ain't either. That's why y'all mad. That's why y'all fussing, arguing. I went to a meeting today. The lady was so overbearingly disrespectful because she not happy with home life. Man, I'm like, damn. Even the older generation's still bitter. So if they ain't healing, that means we got some work to do, sis. We got work to do. Y'all better tap in. Telling a black woman that she is the backbone of the family is an insult directly to the black man. Because y'all basically saying, he ain't got no backbone. And ladies, I don't want that kind of pressure. Y'all okay with being a backbone to the family? Listen, I ain't leaving or putting out my man to be no backbone or no family. That's a lot of work. That's some stress. I ain't trying to be out here scratching, baby. I don't want... You see how hard it is to keep this skin clear? I ain't like y'all. I ain't built for this. Half of y'all ain't either. That's why y'all mad. That's why y'all fussing, arguing. I went to a meeting today. The lady was so overbearingly disrespectful because she not happy with home life. Man, I'm like, damn. Even the older generation's still bitter. So if they ain't healing, that means we got some work to do, sis. We got work to do.
Consistent with the elements up above, illusions, delusions, the lack of self-awareness, and many others. These are the thinking errors or thinking issues consistent with the ones above that continue to impact many people in the West. I call it the matrix mindset. In these shows are designed to equip, encourage, and give men and good women the insight and the wisdom to make relationships better. But before we get deeper in the show, hit the like button, donate to the channel, share the content as we explore behaviors consistent with the matrix mindset that look like this.
Men are the only ones benefiting from marriage. The cooking, the cleaning, a maid, they get sex, assuming that she's fucking them too.
A woman gets sex. That's reciprocated.
Oh, please.
You a feminist.
I don't believe in marriage.
That's fair, but you got to substantiate your argument. And the only thing that you saying that a man get is a permanent door dasher and a dishwasher that we can get over there.
Well, that's not what I said.
So the real scam is marriage for men. We've pedestalized women to think that their box is exclusive when in reality is not. The price of boxes went down significantly. And the price that men have to pay in order to have in-house women that's in marriages don't even keep themselves up. Whereas when you single, you compete. I guarantee you that you still f***ing somebody. Even though you sit there and say that that's what men get when they marry you, you just doing it without actually getting anything in return for it. You don't get the benefits, you don't get the pension, you don't get the family, you don't get to be the nurturer that you're actually
When men fail to lead, the children rebel and the women take over.
I've never said this before. I've never advocated for this before. I'm gonna let Quentin and How To Man have it after this.
This is crazy.
I have never ever said this that I'm about to say right now, and I didn't think that I would ever come to this point. It's time to get y'all passports.
Nairobi, New Year's Eve, 2023, going into 2024. Yeah, we're doing the damn thing, baby. You see what I'm saying? We're doing the damn thing. You ready?
Fire for your mind. Culture clinician.
If it ain't seven, it ain't kosher. Heaven and hell, that's what they told you. Real men put the strap down and we can toss them. Young heads picking back up and young dolphins. This is our culture. Now we talking kosher. Clinician, masculinity issues. Absent fathers who miss you. Mama drama don't kiss you. All a part of the ritual. This is how they get you. Separate the men, women, clipping babies pretend to. Damn. Lovers, haters, acting like vultures. If it ain't seven, it ain't kosher. If it ain't kosher, ain't right, gotta divorce us. If it ain't seven, it ain't kosher. If it ain't kosher, ain't right, gotta divorce us. If it ain't seven, it ain't kosher. If it ain't kosher, ain't right, gotta divorce us. This is kosher condition. 7 wonders, the whole world gotta listen. This is kosher condition. 7 wonders, the whole world gotta listen. This is kosher condition. 7 wonders, the whole world gotta listen. This is kosher condition. 7 wonders, the whole world gotta listen. Listen.
This is from the persons that were and the simp perfect person. And just listeners, and you have oh boy.
It's a hard thing to admit, but it's understandable why they would choose to go their own way. And that's what's scary, is there's actually a rational reason why they would do that.
Men going their own way. And you can think what you want about it, but this is a really big problem for women, for us, for our future, for families, for you to find a partner. If a population of good men are walking away because they're fed up with women,
if you're being told all your life that you are bad and wrong just for being a man, and that you have toxic masculinity for being a man, and that, you know, women, there's this famous expression that, you know, a woman needs a man just like a fish needs a bicycle. And that men are basically useless. And that men are terrible, and that, you know, women are superior.
In our society, it's very callous towards men. The only message most men hear in the world is that they're a bumbling buffoon. The TV shows are full of idiot men. Commercials show men as buffoons. The society is against them. All they hear about is what idiots men are.
It's the mass of women that are taking over the culture and representing women. They're loud. They're mean. They say they want equality. Why are they not protesting in the streets for the changing the law?
How's that fixed? All right. Oh my God.
I just want to do God's will. And He's allowed me to go up to the mountain. And I've looked over and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land.
Everybody said, I'm going to have to do this.
Can you guys hear me now? Is it better? You guys said still bad. As long as you can hear me. I just need you to hear me. If you can hear me, that's all I need. Okay, D says better. All right, D said you can hear me. But can you guys hear me? Is that better? It's better. Okay, thank you, D. All right, perfect. All right, guys. I had to reset it. All right. Hold tight. But anyway, guys, there's a lot of issues with men, and this episode that's been going on between me and this person, it's been crazy. And the one thing I want to encourage you guys to do in this year is not to compromise your power. Don't compromise your power as a man. Don't compromise your power as a man. Because the more you compromise your power as a man, the more you compromise your power as a man, the more you give your power away. And we live in a world now, guys, where simps are, as my man say, double agents, and they are dangerous. I've never in my life seen so many men that simp. They simp, and they give their power away. And one of the things I want to encourage a lot of men to do is to stand firm in their masculinity, not to compromise their power, and align themselves up with masculine men that are consistent. And you know, guys, one of the things that really burned me up from this damn sympnosis is that these are men that have been on my channel, but the other night, and I'm not going to start no beef tonight unless somebody started with me, but the problem with simps, guys, is that they're part of the problem why so many modern women are delusional. Simps are the reason why so many modern women are delusional, and they need a sympnosis. In the clinical world, a hypnosis is when sometime a therapist will put you through some type of trance to take away emotional issues and also anxiety. Some of you simps are so pathetic that you don't know that you're being deceived. Some of you simps are pathetic because you have low self-esteem. You love women more than you love your dignity as a man. And what you do, you encourage the pathology of the modern women that you complain about. And like I said, guys, there's been a lot of consternation between me and, your girl. But as I said, once again, I back down to nobody. And one of the things I'm going to talk about on tonight is that people are selective in their outrage. They are selective in their outrage. And that's why it's so important for you good men to stand firm in your masculinity. The simps that were supporting your girl the other night, keep your ass from my channel. If I see you in my channel, you will be blocked unless you pay a simp penance. You're gonna pay a simp penance if you come back over here with me, because you are part of the reason why the pathology and the narcissism continues. One of the things I want you guys to understand is this. Narcissism is at an all-time high. Narcissism is real. Narcissism is at an all-time high. And a lot of these women are extremely delusional. And while narcissistic personality disorder can be male or female, it's mostly in men. A lot of these men, a lot of these women are narcissists. They have been indoctrinated to more or less disrespect, respect for men. And so once again, the simps that normally come on my channel and support me, or me thinking they're okay men, you will pay a simp penance if you bring your ass back to my channel. Because I don't like weak men. I don't even tolerate weak men. You're the scourge of the earth, in my opinion. Because the sad thing is this, some of these women will be better women if you stood up. You make the masculine men job hard. because you tell them what they want to hear because you are still broken. And let me tell you guys something. Pandering never pays. Pandering never pays. I'd rather be called down my name and said all kinds of things because I'm good if a person disrespect me than to be a simp. And it's a lot of simps because they were raised by their mothers. They don't know how to think like a masculine man because they've never seen masculine men. So once again, if you come back to my channel, if I see you over here peeping or whatever or in my chat, you will be blocked unless you pay me a damn simp penance. And actually, I don't want your money. You can keep your money. I don't tolerate simps. You're disgusting because my whole point is some of these women are the way they are because you keep lying to them. You tap dance for them. You make them feel better and tell them that they are better. While they're in their delusion, they use you as a pawn because, see, what you simps don't understand is this. The narcissists don't respect you. The narcissists don't love you. The narcissists use you to feed their supply. And let me be real clear, guys, on tonight. I am not here to make a diagnosis of anyone. That would be unethical and unprofessional for me to make a diagnosis. But some of these men need a sympnosis. They need to be hypnotized and they need to be diagnosed as being simps so they can change their simping ways. And many of them are unconscious simps, meaning they sacrifice important masculine principles. And you guys will see on tonight how this young man turned to a simp, and these modern narcissistic women turned on him. They always turn on you guys. They don't have your best interest at heart because they are broken, and many of them don't even know that they are broken. They are broken men and women, but I'm talking about women on tonight. They are broken men and women, but I'm talking about women on tonight, and they are broken. Many people that have NPD are victims of severe neglect, improper parenting, or some trauma that's been in their life. Part of it also is, guys, due to being violated as a child, sometimes sexual trauma. But there's a simp crisis in America. And like I said, I was so disgusted by some of the simps that associate with me. And I saw their ass over there the other night. And I'm going to break this thing down, guys, because when you deal with modern women and when you don't tell them what they want to hear, guys, they become angry birds.
Loser ass man.
Your video with comments about a
He's a
certain
loser.
female content creator.
He's a loser.
They become angry birds, guys, because they have insecure egos. They don't feel good about themselves. They become angry birds because they have insecure egos. They don't feel good about themselves. And let me tell you men something. It's only a few women in these space that I respect. It's only a few. Some are okay, but it's only about 2 to 3 that I think are genuine. And that's why, guys, once again, simping is causing the delusions of so many of these modern women. We're going to get deep into it, guys, on tonight. But do me a favor, guys, because some of these men need a sympnosis. They need a sympnosis. They need a sympnosis. Because hypnosis, also known as hypnotherapy, is a method of inducing a trance-like state of deep relaxation in order to treat disorders of mainly psychological or emotional origin. Some of you men have schemas from your formative years. Some of you have schemas from your formative years. You still put the woman above your masculinity. And the same women that more or less disrespect you by calling you out of your name, you think by kissing her behind, it's going to make her want you more. That's why I tell you men, I don't recommend that you deal with modern women. They're not worthy of your time, the majority of them, not all, and they're not worthy of your hard work. But some of you, because you're so simplified and you have more or less been induced by a hypnotic or a symptomatic state, you need to get therapy. Because you guys are going to see on tonight how this man compromised his power. Because many of these modern women, guys, they start off as a chameleon. And then from going to a chameleon, they turn to a pigeon. And then from turning to a pigeon, they turn to an angry bird. They turn.
Loser ass man.
Your video with comments about a
He's a
certain
loser.
other female
Oh,
comment.
sure.
And they turn to an angry bird, guys, because they are broken. And they don't value you many times. And many times they don't value themselves because they are angry birds. They're not used to seeing masculine men speak up and stand firm. But let me tell you another thing, guys. Stop arguing with delusional women. If you provide them with evidence, they always move the goalpost forward. Don't argue with delusional women because the Bible say, if you argue with a fool, you become a fool. Stop arguing with delusional women because many of them are damaged people. Don't argue with them because the evidence that you give them is never enough. Focus on your talents, focus on your gifts, and focus on finding good women that align themselves with your program and what you believe in as a man. Shout out to my man, MC Recovered for the 2. He said, pandering bankrupts, yes, and produces entitlement. Yes, sir. 100% MC Recovery. Pandering bankrupts and produces entitlement. Yes, sir. Excellent analysis. You're 100% correct. And you're right, Gregory Scotland. Willie D is a simp. And what they do, guys, they keep these women in a state of suspended animation. They help arrest the development of the women that they say that they love. If you really love a woman, you're going to tell them the truth. But on this Sunday night, one of the reasons, guys, when the world didn't like Jesus or the Pharisees, because the Pharisees thought that Jesus should have been dressed in a certain way or talking a certain way. And what many people do now is that if you don't say the things they think you should say, they'll say you're not real. Because they want somebody to tell them what they want to hear and to more or less placate to their narcissistic supply. And you can show them the damn evidence over and over and over again, guys. But delusional people will be delusional people. And if you've done the work, guys, you don't have to prove yourself to nobody. I'm a highly educated man, superior in my education to many. One of the best historically black colleges in the country, background in law enforcement, and went to one of the greatest schools in the world, the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. But see, guys, these angry birds and pigeons, they do what they do because they want to invalidate your talking point. Because, see, angry birds have low self-esteem. Angry birds feel bad about themselves. Angry birds have personality disorders. And, in order to make themselves feel good, they try to belittle you. But see, what the angry birds don't understand about me, when I do these shows, guys, I'm not talking as a professional man. Because if I did a show or did a channel solely about therapeutic concepts, it would be under the umbrella of education. But this is edutainment, a combination of education and entertainment. So when you got some of these silly people that come in and say, "Oh, you're not professional," and you don't understand what edutainment is, because edutainment is totally different than education or entertainment. This is something I just do for fun, and I try to more or less use a message so people can understand and more or less see to talk about. Yes, thank you, KP, for KC5 for the $5 super chat. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, KC from KC5. I appreciate it, guys. And guys, do me a favor, share this stream because this is going to be a good show on tonight. Hit the Cash App, if you will, and donate to the channel. But let's get into it. Narcissists are delusional. Once again, guys, they're very delusional. They struggle with something called cognitive dissonance. They struggle with cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance. A dissonance means you can't hear because they are deaf. They deny the evidence that you give them. They become enraged when you present them with the evidence. They argue to ad hominem attacks where they attack the messenger instead of the message, and they will fight you or flee. Many of these modern women or these modern birds are deaf, and I would solicit to you good men to run and focus on yourself, and you find a black woman as part of your own program. Because I'm appalled when some people think that some of these female content creators support black men. They don't support black men. They support their own agenda. They're not pro-black man. They're pro-black woman first, and everybody else come last. So guys, if you believe in yourself and your dignity as a man, don't trust some of these women in these male talking spaces. There are only a few that I respect and I think are genuine. There are a few good sisters that are genuine, but many have their own self-interest. Many have their own self-interest. So once again, to you simps, about a night ago, that was more or less supporting this person, you're going to pay a damn simp penance if you come back on my stream, or you will be blocked. I don't want simps around me because they are a detriment to masculinity. Some of you are the reason why these women are so delusional. Narcissists are delusional. It's important for victims to understand this fact. They genuinely, guys, believe that you are the problem for refusing to go along with their fake and phony narrative of reality. They have no ability or desire to self-reflect about their abusive behavior and will outright refuse to take any accountability for their destruction. That manifests everywhere they go. Trying to reason, guys, with a narcissist is a definition of insanity. Don't waste your time arguing with the narcissist. Don't waste your time. What's up, RBN? What's up, brother? How you doing, sir? Shout out to RBN. But arguing with a narcissist, guys, is like hitting your head against the wall. A narcissist needs you more than you need them. However, they'll gaslight you into thinking that you need them more than they need you. How many times, guys, have you known women that tell you, I know my worth, and I'm going to tempt my crown, and you trying to dim my light? Those are narcissists, guys. They have an over self-inflated ego of themselves. They think they are better than you by default. They think they are better than you by default. And part of it is because many men don't know what their worth is. They tolerate disrespect and they tolerate low-level thinking or low vibrational women because they don't know what their worth is. And I do these shows, guys, as edutainment to convey a message. Shout out to my man Gregory Scotland for that 10. He said this: Kosher, we are at the stage now in spaces where the men that follow your channel and Black Manosphere and Red Pill in general are labeled as a bunch of losers. Yeah, I know that, man. But I don't care what birds say.
It's a bet, right?
And I appreciate it. Right? That's a deal, right? I don't care about what birds say.
That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Got 5 on it.
But a narcissist needs you more than you need them. However, they will gaslight you. And see, guys, what the gaslighting is, they're allowing you, and you'll know what they're saying is wrong. But they're so manipulative. Like, give you an example. You know you gave them $20, and they'll say, you didn't give me $20. You only gave me $15. That's gaslighting. Or you'll tell them that you did something, and you know you didn't do it, but they'll gaslight you because they are narcissists. They have fragile egos, and what happens when you dig in that ASS, they get what's called a narcissistic injury. And that injury, guys, turns to narcissistic rage. They become enraged because in their fickle mind and their small egos, they say, how dare you? Watch out for some of these women, guys, that when you call them out, they curse you out or try to shame you or say, you know, you're ugly, you got a small penis, and all that silly stuff, because they're fake. They use these men's spaces as a proxy to feed their narcissism, but also they use these men's spaces as a proxy to get money, and also they will use sex appeal to get money as well and to get allure as well. They're not real, they're fake. Because when you test them and try them, many times, guys, they will curse you out, they will block you because they are narcissists. Narcissists don't like to be told anything because narcissists want to feel that they are right. The sign of a narcissistic injury. The signs of a narcissistic injury. That's when you tell a narcissist the truth or call them out on their BS and they become enraged and they get mad and they get hurt. And you're right, Gregory Scotland. Courtney, Six, the Goddess, Sister George, and Melanie King. Interesting. Or like you said, they are quick to call you the N-word. Yeah. And these are the same pro-black whacks, I call them pro-black whacks, that talk from two sides of their mouths. Because see, let me tell you something, guys. If a woman is truly pro-black, a true pro-black woman, even if she disagree with you, a true woman that's pro-black will have a conversation with you in private and she won't try to shame you in the public. That's a true pro-black sister. Because even if she disagree with you in philosophy, she respects the potential of building a black nation over her own selfish esteem. But a lot of these women, once again, guys, they're pro-woman first. They're not pro-black community or pro-black man first. You can't be a pro-black woman if your focus is the black woman. You cannot be a pro-black woman or pro-black woman if your focus is the black woman first. If you're truly a pro-black woman, your focus should be the black community first, with the black man leading them and them taking care of their kids. But they are in denial, guys, about their behavior. Like I said, they deny the evidence. They are passive aggressive. They will give you silent treatment. They have a narcissistic rage, physical violence, where they're trying to de-evaluate you, de-evaluation, meaning they try to de-evaluate you or de-evaluate you, like they'll say, oh, you're lame, you're a nobody, you're a loser, you don't have friends. And the crazy thing about these birds, guys, is this. They don't know you. They don't have any evidence. But because their ego is so fragile, they'll make things up in their head to justify their mental illness. They project out of pain and ignorance. They play the victim. Listen to this, guys. This is very important. Many of these women, they will call you out on something. Like the woman, the damn other night, playing the victim. They attack you first. You ain't did nothing to them. Because let me tell you guys something. Content creation is not about necessarily attacking anybody. Everybody have a right to do a critique on a person. But a critique is different than calling a personality their name. I don't mind if a person critique me or my talking points as long as they're respectful. But many times when you critique a narcissist, they become enraged and they personalize it because they have very fragile egos. They allow you, they're trying to sabotage you, and once again, they morph from a chameleon, then they morph from a chameleon, then they will morph to a pigeon, and then they will morph to an angry bird. And you can show them the evidence all day long, but because they are delusional and they want to more or less justify their delusions, they continue to live in a state of suspended animation. They are gaslight, and listen to what it says, guys. They will engage in a smear campaign, making threats, and then also manipulation. That's a sign of a narcissistic injury. When you hurt a narcissist's ego, they'll dox you, they'll lie on you, they'll try to look your name up, slander you, because they're broken. In their mind, they think they're perfect, but they're really broken people. They have been hurt through to mental illness or something that happened in their lives. The narcissistic collapse, guys, is a narcissistic collapse occurs when the narcissist experiences failure or humiliation. One of the things you can't do with a narcissist is humiliate them, but I will humiliate one if their asses get out of the line. You're not going to disrespect me. But narcissists, many times, guys, can come in the form of men and women. I've dealt with male narcissists or men narcissists, and I've dealt with women as well. A narcissistic collapse occurs when the narcissist experiences failure or humiliation. Narcissists experience failure or humiliation and can no longer uphold their grandiose superior image. One of the things you know about a narcissist is that they think they are great. They have to keep looking in the mirror to more or less feel good about themselves. They have delusions of grandeur or delusions of grandeur. They think that their grandiosity is better than what they think it really is. So they'll look into the mirror to reaffirm that fragile ego that they have. And so they have a narcissistic collapse when you call them out on their BS, smear campaigns. They lie on you. They'll use other people to turn against you. And what they do, guys, they prey on simps. A lot of these women do. They prey on simps because they know that simps are broken men. A narcissistic woman knows a weak man when she sees him. They won't prey on me because I will slice their ass up. Because I know how to detect a narcissistic woman. They will love bomb you first. And then after they love bomb you and get you in your web, they'll do a push and a pull technique. So they prey on weak men, especially simps. That's why some of you simps need a sympnosis. You need a sympnosis, meaning you need to be diagnosed as a simp. And you need hypno-sympnotherapy to change your simping ways. Because once again, some of you simps are pathetic. You are the reason why some of these wild women continue to act the way they do. You take inferior women or subpar women and make them think they're better than what they are. And what they do to you, they use you and keep you around their orbit because they only use you to make themselves feel good. That's the nature of many modern women. And they can no longer uphold their grandiose superior image, which is a blow to their fragile self-esteem. Many narcissists have low self-esteem. That's why when you challenge them, they never attack your talking points, but they will attack you. They'll tell you silly stuff like, prove yourself or where are your credentials. But I'm going to prove something to you guys on the night. The truth doesn't need credentials. The truth speaks for itself. And it's going to make sense. Guys, donate to the channel. Get the likes up and share the stream, please. To the 25 that are watching, I appreciate it. But get the likes up, guys, and donate to the stream. But a narcissistic collapse might be caused by their spouse finishing with them or their boss firing them because it tells them they're not as great as they think they are. A narcissist struggle with their fragile self-esteem. There's an inward versus outward sign of narcissistic rage. The inward part is passive aggressive, hidden resentment. Outward could be screaming and yelling and intense anger. Think about some of these women in these spaces, guys, when you say something they don't like. When you say something they don't like, this is what happens.
I told them the other night is trigger. Once you trigger them, the mask gonna come off.
You know, the mask gonna come off. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
like, we've seen it. We've seen it.
I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen it.
All
Yes,
you
I've
have to
seen
do
it.
is trigger them, and the
All you gotta do
real
is trigger,
them
right.
will come
The
out.
real them will come out. You're right.
Femininity out the door. They'll start talking about your little ping. They'll start cussing
Right.
you out. You know, it's gone. Salvation gone. She no longer a church girl. She don't forgot about her call as a pastor because she cuss you out now. It is a real thing. It is a real thing.
Yeah. And realistic vibe is right. I've seen them do it several times, guys. These birds, as soon as you call them out on their BS, now they'll be faking that like they feminine as long as you give them money, blow smoke up their ass, says they'll love you to death. But call them out on their bad behavior. They'll say, oh, you are N-I-G-G-A, you are lame, you are loser, you ugly. That's what this goofy damn talking points because they're slow. And in order to make themselves feel better, they're going to talk about you. Shout out to my man Kevin White for the 5. I appreciate K. White. Thank you. 8 triggers, guys, of narcissistic rage. The narcissist doesn't get his or her way, even if it's unreasonable. The narcissist is criticized in some way, even when the critique is made diplomatically, reasonably, or constructively. The narcissist isn't treated as the center of attention when there are other priorities. The narcissist is caught breaking rules, violating social norms, and disregarding boundaries. Narcissists don't believe in boundaries. They'll try to invade your boundary. You'll tell them don't do something, but they'll do it anyway because narcissists think they're better than you. Modern women, guys, have narcissistic traits, and some have undiagnosed narcissistic personality disorder. Narcissistic rage occurs when a toxic, angry individual is confronted with the facts they do not like or fit their distorted agenda. Listen, when you don't fit their distorted agenda, this save the black community BS or any other pro-black agenda, because listen, a true pro-black, once again, as I said earlier, can have what's called a divergence of thought. George Washington Carver and W.E.B. Du Bois were both pro-black. They didn't believe in the same thing. But to my knowledge, there wasn't a smear campaign. Black people are not monolithic. But the pro-black cult thinks if you don't think like them and do it the way you think they should damn do it, then they have what's called a narcissistic collapse. And it's like a cult, really. Because I'm more pro-black than the pro-blacks. My wife got natural hair. All of my kids about one woman. I went to a historically black college, North Carolina Central University, graduated magna cum laude, but I'm a free thinker. I'm not a tap dancing Negro that do what no one tell me to do. I feel like mentally, I can more or less debate with anybody. But see, the problem with the pro-black cult is that if you don't do it the way they think you should do it, then you're called lames, and they'll give you what's called psychological lashes to get you back in line. But your goofy ass won't get me back in line. I'm a rebel slave. You won't get me back in line because I am a rebel slave. Shout out to my man, the International Quiet Storm, for the $10 cash app. I appreciate it, man. Shout out to my man, the International Quiet Storm, for the $10 super chat. I appreciate it because I'm a rebel slave. I appreciate it, brother.
It's the money.
And you're right, Cortez Smith. They are quick to use the N-word when they get mad because they are fake. They were never real. They are fake. And Greg, I appreciate that, brother. I love the way Coach break things down. Very intelligent. Yes. But see, Gregory Scotland, slow people don't follow my channel because they're not intellectual like myself. the slow people don't follow my channel. I like something that Top Gun said. Top Gun said that the slow class, the slow people, the hallway is always full. That's why I told you guys, numbers really don't mean anything. It does mean something, but it don't mean anything. Because drama sells on YouTube. I don't like drama. So I appreciate that. But the thing about me, I don't like drama. But if your ass get out of line, you can get this work. I don't care who it is. And like I said, them simps that were supporting this person, your ass gonna pay me simp penance before I associate with you again. That was the later indoctrination. Like I said, I'm gonna let sleeping dogs lie for now, because yeah, I'm gonna let sleeping dogs lie for now, and I'll leave it at that. Because you know, I got more to lose than anything. Not that I'm scared, but like I say, don't start none, won't be none. But let me tell you something, guys. Don't let nobody damn shame you when it comes down to content creation, because everybody does content creation. It's okay to critique a person, not assassinate the person's character. And what happens with narcissistic people many times is that they take a criticism as an attack, and then they'll turn around and belittle you and try to demean you. Shout out to my man, Top Gun. Top Gun said, the kosher clinician, there are a few people that will shallow watch your show, and they wanted me to ask you one question. Who hurt you, Silky Black? Yeah, a lot of them shallow watch. Shout out to my man, Top Gun. And in the words of Poker King, that's all, folks. Shout out to my man, Big Bass. Shout out to him. Shout out to my man Cody for the 2. He said, nope, my name is Kunta Kenne. Lash me if you won't. Shout out to my dear friend, Sister Gail at night. Shout out to that sister. But let me keep breaking it down, guys, because narcissistic rage occurs when a toxic individual is confronted with facts. They don't like facts. They like feelings only. And survivors are wise not to personalize the rage, but remove themselves from the unsafe environment. And that's normally if you're in a domestic violence situation. But a narcissist is normally a man. But many women in modern times have narcissistic traits. They're very manipulative. They know how to seduce you. They will gaslight you. You can show them concrete evidence, guys, and they're so delusional, they'll try to move the goalposts to justify their delusions. Narcissists are dangerous people. I'm not scared of them, because I know how to attack them. I know how to wage psychological warfare on them. But we're going to keep breaking this thing down, guys. The personality of a narcissist continues this. They are preoccupied with their fantasies of success, beauty, and intelligence. Who do you guys know, or some of these women in these spaces that are preoccupied with fantasies of their success, beauty, and intelligence? They'll talk about the greatness of their institution. They'll talk about their faces or their money. They'll talk about their circle of influence. But they do that because they are narcissists. They'll say, well, I got a car, or I went to this school, or I'm pretty, or I got friends. But they are narcissists, and I can read right through them. And I know how to psychologically wage warfare on their ASS. When I do these shows, once again, guys, I'm not in the capacity of an operating professional. I'm just talking as a black man to other black men that happen to know clinical concepts. But I know how to wage psychological warfare on them because I've dealt with them before. They believe they are superior. Listen to this, guys. How many of you know the ones that think they are superior to you? Think about how they disrespected black men because black men had a difference of opinion. They called you broken. They called you conquered. They called you lames. They used the terminology of the oppressor. That's why I say when people say, well, some of these women support me. No, they don't. These heifers don't damn support no black men. They support pro-black woman first. And as long as you support their pro-black woman agenda, which is serving them or I'm talking about serving a black community without giving men what they want, then they love you to death, or they'll hate you. They want taxation without representation. They lash out, guys. Listen to what it says. They believe they are superior, only want to associate with people they feel are high class. They act very entitled and believe they deserve better than others. They lash out even at the smallest criticism. You can be on some of these women that call themselves pro-black, and you say something they don't like, they'll say you're an N-word, you're a lame, you're ugly, and all kind of damn talking points. They do Tommy Sotomayor like that. But see, the thing I love about Tommy is that Tommy is like myself. Is very intelligent, and he knows how to dissect the talking points of a narcissist. They lash out at even the smallest criticism and often belittle anyone who criticizes them because they have a very fragile ego. Having a relationship, guys, with someone with NPD is impossible, guys. That's why women that are narcissists, you just run from them because they have a very fragile ego. They have a very fragile ego. Very fragile ego. But the thing about it, D, in modern times, you are correct, D. It tends to be a lot of women that are narcissists. But according to the DSM-5, when you look at it based on a population sample, men tend to be narcissists or have NPD. Remember, D, it's a total difference between NPD and having narcissistic traits. Narcissistic personality disorder is more profound in men. But women tend to have, like you're saying, D, narcissistic traits. And they could be undiagnosed narcissistic personality disorder, or they could have cluster B personality disorder. So I agree with you, but yeah, they tend to, but it's from a population sample, it tends to be more men when it comes down to the disorder. But the traits, I agree 100%, it's a lot more women. The narcissists are ways the narcissists gain their supply. They gain their supply, guys, by dealing with simps and weak people. They prey on empaths. Most narcissists won't deal with a lion like me because they know I will rip them to shreds. That's why they fear me, because they know I will rip their ASS apart. They know I can see through their BS because they know I will rip them to shreds. And that's why when you have the talking points, guys, many times they will deny the evidence that you're telling them, and they'll keep projecting because they know what you're saying is true. That's why unless they get the records of help or get some form of medication, you're wasting your time dealing with a person that got NPD. It's like hitting your head against the wall. They're dominating and controlling others. How many narcissists, guys, y'all know, or women in these spaces that are dominating and trying to control people? They will control you guys by being the victim. You can have hardcore evidence, but you'll have some of these silly women that will side with the person that disrespected you, and then they'll tell you how you should respond. That's a narcissist, guys. And they prey on weak people. The narcissist needs to have constant attention, compliments, and praise. They need that supply. They'll be aggressive and abusive. Many narcissists or narcissistic women are very aggressive. But then when you attack back, they play the victim. They're very aggressive and abusive with their language and also with their behavior. They are being intentionally negative. They love exploiting others. They use others by asking for money. They use their body to seduce you. They rely on other people, and they'll try to play the victim because they are mentally deranged. They are mentally ill. They have undiagnosed mental illness, many of them, guys. They use addictive substances. These narcissists will use sex. They will use sex, or they will use the allure or the potential of sex. That's why some of these birds that are narcissists, they use sex appeal to trap you into their web of deception. But some of you simps need a sympnosis. Some of you simps need a sympnosis where you need to be hypnotized, even though I don't necessarily use hypnotherapy because of the esoteric properties. Because some of you simps need a sympnosis, you need to be hypnotized and figure out how you can unlock some of that simp energy that you got based on the brokenness that you've had in the past. And they feed off others' emotional energy. Guys, I got so much evidence to break down this and the birds associated with this, guys, because I know how to wage psychological warfare would be appalling. I got so much evidence, guys, and I can show you guys, and you guys will see step by step how these narcissists act. They use sex appeal, meaning they're flashy, they show their bodies off, and they use their bodies to control damn weak men. But I would destroy a narcissist. I would take their damn fragile ego and reduce it to like in damn division. Now, once again, I will never do this, guys, in a clinical way. But this is for conversation with the regular man. Because they're fragile, guys. Now, let me tell you something, guys, something that many of these narcissists always like to say. I'm going to say it again, guys. The truth don't need credentials. I need you guys to say that with me. The truth does not need credentials. The truth does not need credentials. Many times this woman, the Angry Bird, and some of the other women, some of the more of these Angry Birds in these spaces, and some of these men too that are narcissists, they'll say, well, show me your credentials. The truth doesn't need credentials because the truth speaks for itself, and I'm going to prove my point. While I respect FOI, I don't necessarily agree with some of their theological perspectives. While I respect the Honorable Louis Farrakhan, our theological worldviews are not necessarily the same, but I do respect some of their talking points. Now, listen to some of these lames, guys, that say, where are your credentials? I'm going to show you how delusional they are. This man, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, didn't graduate from school. He only had a 4th grade education. So based on the crowd that say, where are your credentials? I will submit to them, where is the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's credentials? This man created the FOI. But because what he was saying was the truth for the issues at that time, you don't have to have a degree for the sake of truth. But the narcissists, because they want to feel like they have power, they'll ask for your credentials to justify their delusion. This man had an 8th grade education, did the work, but once again, where is his credentials? See, these pro-black wax guys, they always want the credentials of people that disagree with them because many in the pro-black movement, it's a cult. Anybody that does not have what's called divergence of thought, it's a cult, because a cult don't want you to think freely. A cult don't want you to have divergence of thought. When you have a woman or a man, especially some of these birds, they want these simps to follow them, and they play the role of a victim. And if you say anything against these cult-like leaders, they will try to shame you. Like Umar Jackson say, give you lashes. And I'll always say, I wish your ass would give me a lash. I would end up taking that damn whip and whipping your ass with that lash. Because like I said, guys, they are narcissists. I know how they think and operate. It's funny to me because I know how to wage psychological warfare on them. I know how to wage psychological warfare on the narcissist. And I'm good at it because I'm very intelligent. And I know how they think. Malcolm X, guys, based on what some of these goofballs say, especially these pro-black whacks, Malcolm X didn't have a degree either. Malcolm X was an autodidact polymath. He's like Obsidian. And he's like a lot of other good men or other men that never had degrees, but they were autodidact polymaths, meaning they were self-taught learners. Now listen, having a degree is good when you are using empiricism or when you're working for an organization. But if you're a freelancer or you're part of a social movement that can be substantiated in the needs of the people, You don't necessarily have to have a degree. A degree is only a pedagogy, but there are many degrees. A degree is a pedagogy, but there are many degrees. When I taught school, because I have multiple degrees, a degree is a degree of knowledge. But you don't need a damn degree to tell the truth. But see, with the narcissist guys, they would try to devaluate you because they feel like if they can devaluate you, then it will prove their narcissistic delusions. So to these pro-black whacks and these delusional women that say, where are your credentials? I would say, where are Malcolm X's credentials? Because Malcolm X never went to school. And while I'm highly educated, Malcolm X never went to school. And so, guys, this is a pigeon message because, pigeons keep saying, where are your credentials? And for the last time, even though I don't owe nobody no damn explanation, I'm going to play the pigeon song for a minute. Hold time.
Shut up, Kosher. Yeah. Shut up. Whoa. Shut up, Kosher. Ballin'. Take it back.
Like it's game time. Locked in when it's game time. Yeah, I'm ballin'. Like it's game time. Locked in when it's game time. I put in work, couldn't wait for my bag coming. 3 whole years and these records keep running. Don't talk to me if you can't match the numbers. Ballin', like it's game time. Locked in when it's game time. Yeah, I'm ballin'.
And so, guys, you can show delusional people evidence all you want to. And then once you show them the evidence, they'll try to move the goalposts again. If you tell them that you're a professional, they say, well, why do you talk like that? And you can tell these birds over and over again that this is edutainment. This is not a professional setting. And I'm going to prove my point, guys. This guy by the name of Dwight D.L. Moody, he was one of the greatest biblical expositors of all times. D.L. Moody didn't have formal education. But when D.L. Moody preached the gospel, he still told the truth. The truth, guys, does not need credentials. The truth doesn't need credentials. This is Charles Mason. Charles Mason didn't go to seminary. But Charles Mason spoke the truth because he had the knowledge and the charisma to disseminate information. The truth don't need, guys, credentials. He started Azusa Street, and he was the founder of the Church of God in Christ. So to those people, guys, that say, where are your credentials? I would submit to them once again, where were Charles Mason's credentials to preach the gospel? Where was the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's credentials to talk about the affairs of the world? Where was Malcolm X's credentials? But once again, guys, the narcissists want your credentials because they are delusional, and they do it, guys, to devaluate you because they need you to affirm their fragile egos. I'm going to finish reading the cash ups in a minute, guys. Hold tight. Now, here's another one, guys. Some I've heard these birds say over and over again. This is edutainment. How many of you guys know Judge Greg Mathis hit one and Judge Maybelline? If you know Judge Greg Mathis and Judge Maybelline, I need y'all to hit one. Because some of these simps and some of these weak women need a damn sympnosis or hypnosis. I've heard somebody say he don't sound like a therapist. And, it's really slow people that say that because anybody that's educated would know, based on the vernacular and the words that I use, that I'm a highly educated man. But see, with the delusional narcissists, they want you to sound the way they think you should sound. Judge Maybelline is a judge, but when she does edutainment like I'm doing, which is edutainment, she minimizes legal jargon for the sake of entertainment, like what I'm doing. My show is similar to Judge Maybelline and Judge Mathis. I'm talking about clinical concepts, but it's edutainment. So I heard some of these ignorant people come on my channel saying he don't sound like a therapist or unprofessional. Man, I'm not running my sessions when I'm talking to men. This is entertainment for me. But they'll say, well, he like I'm in a professional setting. when people do YouTube, they're not necessarily doing a channel based on education. There are education channels and there are entertainment channels. My channel, even though the setting is entertainment, it's more edutainment. So to all the birds that like to say, he don't sound like a therapist, well, you sound like a fool. Because I'm not trying to diagnose no one here. And my private practice is totally different. This is for men and good women to hear and understand clinical concepts or clinical concepts. But once again, they ask for your credentials. Now, the chameleon effect, guys, many of these chameleons are what I call angry birds. This is how they seduce you.
Yes, loser ass
Your
man.
video with comments about
He's a
certain
loser.
other female comments.
They have what's called a chameleon effect, guys. They use virtual signaling to seduce you. They say the right things until they get triggered. They study men and use seduction and skimpy clothes to get you. The pigeon effect. They will shame you via a smear campaign. They are toxic and they love groupthink like some of these modern women. They hate tradition, structure, and order. They hate tradition, structure, and order. And then they turn to what's called angry birds. They will attack you, they will dox you, they will attack your family, or try to attack your job. And like I keep telling these angry birds, I got a background in law enforcement. I got a family member that's the captain or got association with the RPD. I myself went to school for law enforcement. So I don't know why these birds keep acting the way that they act, because they don't know what the hell they're doing. Because like I say, I'm not afraid of you. I will confront you physically. If you get physically aggressive or violence, your ass will be dealt with. And listen to this, guys. YouTube and getting views is a straight highway to hell. Many folks will sell their soul for YouTube views. They will sell their integrity for YouTube views and money, because YouTube is the highway to hell. Remember, the way to heaven is narrow. There ain't too many people going to heaven. Many think they're going, and I might be in that line myself. But at least if I go to hell tonight, I know why I'm in hell. But YouTube is the way to hell. It's the highway to hell. And like Top Gun said, the hallway is full with slow folks. But the classroom doesn't have a lot of intelligent people. So many people sell their soul for views, money, and they'll sell their integrity. They'll rather stand on YouTube views and lie to folks than to stand firm in their masculinity. YouTube is the highway to hell. And many times folks confuse quality over substance of a show or a channel. They're trying to shame you and say, oh, his channel's lame. He ain't getting views. Yeah, a channel ain't gonna get views, goofballs, if you're talking about drama. Drama gets views. But when you try to educate people or do edutainment or education, folks don't want to hear that. So, you know, you can ask the lead attorney that when the lead attorney was doing things about legal stuff, he didn't get a lot of views. But when he did edutainment, he got a lot. He get 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 views in the show. So it's hard. It's a hard sell. And then also to these angry birds and these lames that are ignorant, I'm gonna ask them the question. Truth don't need credentials. Kevin Samuels didn't have a degree. He went to college, but he didn't graduate. So based on that, to these angry birds, they asked Kevin Samuels where was his credentials. To the angry birds that are listening, your shallow watchers, did you ask Kevin Samuels where was his credentials? Because Kevin Samuels told the truth. Because you don't need the truth, because truth doesn't need credentials. The truth is the truth. So where was Kevin Samuels' credentials? But once again, guys, these narcissists want people to damn tell them what they want to hear. And to devaluate you or devaluate you, they'll say, what are your credentials? Because these birds are narcissists. They want you to tell them what they want to hear. You can tell these birds over and over again that this is edutainment. I'm not operating in the capacity of my profession when I'm off YouTube. This is just for fun. Now, to those who really want to see my license, your ass gonna pay me $200 or $250. I've shown enough. I'm highly educated. First degree in law enforcement, Pitt Community College. Graduated magna cum laude from North Carolina Central, 3.5 GPA. And I got my master's from one of the greatest schools in the world, an international school, world-class school, number 2 in the state of North Carolina, number 28 in the nation, in the international school, the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. But you'll have birds, guys, that got lesser education than you, inferior education, and they think they'll sit on their asses and try to tell you what your credentials are. That's a bird brain, guys. That's a bird brain. But see what it is, guys, they're not used to a masculine man that's educated like me. I've had many folks that were intimidated by me. I've had principals tell me they were intimidated by me. I've had black female principals that were intimidated by me. They say he used big words, which is stupid, by the way. Because if you're educated, you should use big words. And my greatest struggles many times came from white men and black women. So once again, where was Kevin Samuels' credentials? Where was his credentials? Because Kevin Samuels told the truth. But once again, these birds ain't gonna ask Kevin Samuels what his credentials was when he was living. Because when Kevin Samuels was talking the things they wanted to hear, they loved him to death. But when the man passed away, they rejoiced. Because once again, the truth don't need no damn credentials. The truth don't need credentials, guys. The truth don't need credentials. And the last clarion caller was Yeshua, or Jesus, the master teacher, the paragon of excellence. He was omnipotent in all his ways. He was ubiquitous. To some of the slow folks who don't understand that, ubiquitous means all-knowing. But he was killed for the truth. But Jesus didn't have a degree. Even though he was the Son of God manifest in flesh, Jesus was the paragon of excellence. And he had several degrees. He was a therapist. He was a judge. He was a priest. He was a prophet. He was a lawyer. He was a teacher. Jesus was the embodiment of all degrees because Jesus was God. But see, the problem, guys, with birds is that they think because they have a degree of knowledge, they think that degree of knowledge is all encompassing. And so what they do, they'll try to flex on you. I know it's a licensed and educated man that I have a degree of knowledge, but I don't have all encompassing knowledge in all disciplines. But see, black women will flex on you because they think because they got their bachelor's, their master's, and their doctorate, they're better than you. But your doctorate can't teach you how to fix no car. Your doctorate can't teach you how to plant or be a farmer. Your doctorate can't teach you how to keep the railroads going. Your doctorate can't teach you how to keep the society running. Your doctorate is worthless if you don't know how to do blue-collar work. That's why when they try to damn shame blue-collar workers, I get mad. Because the blue-collar workers keep the world going round. And that's why, like I said, guys, they are delusional. They killed Jesus because he spoke the truth. Now, guys, in the meantime, let me friends reading some of these cash outs real quick, and we're going to get deeper into the show. Shout out to my man, Barry Hamilton, for that 20. Barry said that, Coach, look at just pearly things, incidents, and how various black female content creators use that topic, yes, to turn around and attack black male content creators and attempt to tell these men how to run their own channels. Yes, I agree with you 1,000,000%, Gregory. Because if you was truly a pro-black sister, you would have had a private conversation with brothers. But you didn't because you were a narcissist. And your agenda the whole time was to control men. But you did it through manipulation. And that's why they get mad at me. But when you start calling me out of my name and you disrespect me, every time you disrespect me, I'm going to sell on your ass every time. You ain't going to shame me. I'm a warrior. I'm a 5-star Leo. Some of them need to know what my Leo trait is, because Leos don't back down to no damn body. I'm a 5-star Leo. I'm gonna sell on you. I'm gonna psychological attack you every time, because you ain't ready for me. I'm a 5-star Leo. But Gregory, I appreciate it, man. I don't back down to nobody. Shout out to my man Gregory.
It's a bet, right?
And that's a deal, right? I appreciate it, brother.
Right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Got 5 on it.
Top Gun said, what would you suggest to someone who was raised under the hand of a narc? My personal belief is that something that alter these simps suffer. My personal belief is that is something that all these simps, well, they gotta have boundaries, Top Gun. They gotta have boundaries. They gotta know when they're being manipulated, and they gotta call it out. But I laugh at narcissists, because they're really just fragile. They have unresolved childhood issues. They're broken people, and they need help. But just because you got NPD, you ain't gonna disrespect me. You're not gonna disrespect me. And I'm gonna show you guys something. Shout out to Top Gun. Shout out to my dear friend Bella Rings for the 2. Thank you, sweetie. I appreciate it. Thank you, Bella Rings, for the 2. A good sister that I respect. She's a great woman. And shout out to your beautiful family, Bella. I appreciate it, sweetie, for the 2. Thank you, dear. But let me show you guys something. I'm going to continue to prove my point how these birds use, or some of these simps need sympnosis, because I was so appalled by some of these simps the other night. But let me show you guys some, and then we're going to get deeper into the conversation. Let me show you guys something. Because they use shaming language. Many of them have used it on Tommy Sotomayor for many years. Shout out to Tommy. But let me show you guys something. Because the truth killed Jesus. Shout out to Tommy. Tommy is ugly, but the question has to be, was he wrong about black women though? And that's the whole point, brothers. They can say what they want to say about Tommy. But when Tommy was debating with the person that had magical thinking, they attacked Tommy's character, they attacked his looks, but they didn't attack his talking points. They kept saying, where are your credentials? His credentials has nothing to do with the talking points if what he's saying is right. So that's a ploy, guys, of the narcissist, because that's how they devalue you or devalue you. Listen. One simple but brilliant. Hold tight. Shout out to Tommy. Save thousands of dollars on your heating bill this winter. One simple but brilliant trick to heat your home in 90 seconds and save thousands of dollars on your heating bill this winter.
Hello everyone, I'm Tommy Sotomayor. I want to ask you a question. Make this a short little video. And if you want to catch my long version of videos, make sure you go to the website at tjskoc.com or just join me on Rumble, Twitch, or Kick under the Tommy Sotomayor Show. Now, I've told y'all that these people have a lot of problems, and these people, I mean black women, coal bunnies, them. And they got a lot of nerve. I've watched them constantly call people ugly and unattractive. Maybe I've gotten it more than others. I want to let y'all know up front, I'm unattractive. You don't have to tell me. I already know. But I've already noticed this as well, that black women tend to call people out of their name. Now, they claim that they're the most disrespected group in America.
Listen to what he said, guys. And that's what pissed me off the other night, guys. When this angry bird got upset. And, when I do content, guys, I don't do content to disrespect anybody. But as a content creator, if a person say they're one thing, just like anybody can do content. So let's say if I said I believe in the black community. People do content on Umar Johnson all the time. But if you're in YouTube, you can't be sensitive if people are doing shows on you, because that's part of the process. Somebody did a show on me recently and called me an educated lame, which I don't care, because in the black community, they're trying to call you lame to shame you. But you can't be sensitive. Now, it's one thing if you're attacking a person's character. But if you're breaking a person down and you got evidence to prove it, and they have a narcissistic rage, that's on them. It's not on you. That's on them, but that's not on you guys.
The most disrespect.
But Tommy is correct, because they can call you out of your name, disrespect you, then don't start the conversation all by attacking your talking points, but they use shaming language. But when you sell on their ass and you use psychological warfare on them, then all of a sudden you got these old goofy women coming to your channel talking about, oh, you unprofessional, and how dare you do that? How dare I do what? You think I'm gonna set up and let a woman lie on me, or a man or woman lie on me and slander my name? I'm supposed to set back? You got me all the way effed up. You get out of line, you're gonna get this work, man or woman. I'm not like some of these old weak men that are mesmerized by no goofy woman. I'm not. You can get a woman come anyway a damn dime a dozen. A man of my brilliance and a man of my sex appeal, I'm not impressed. But see, a simp will compromise his integrity as a man because he got a low self-esteem. And what these narcissistic women do, they see your weakness. A narcissistic woman can smell a weak man from a mile away, but they also can smell an alpha lion like me. And they tread damn lightly because they know I will rip them apart.
Full group in America, in the world. Black women's first response to you not agreeing with them, or them just disagreeing with you, they don't know you. I said something underneath Puffy's video, and all I said was, they were talking about, Cassie had said that Puffy was abusive to her during their relationship. I wrote simply, men, stop dating women who don't make as much money as you do. That was it. Shouldn't have been offensive. Let me read to y'all some of the responses I got. Starting here on the top with Britt, Goddess. She said, TJ the architect, you are, so because I told y'all black women don't know how to spell you are.
Shout out to my man, Top Gun for that 5. Top Gun said, the last super chat, so what's a multivitamin for you? I don't want them 20 streams to take its toll on you. I see bird bags on your eyes. You stupid, man. He said bird bags. See, I do got some bird bags. Shout out to Top Gun. Shout out to Top Gun. Y'all need to take my behind the early. That's funny, man.
You're a clown, and the way you look, you better have some money. Tuh. Below that was a girl named Armani Chanel. She said, there you go again, sounding how you look. She left another comment and said, sounding just how you look, a mess. Remember, that's all I said. Jiffy says, first off, you are very ugly. Second, how is this the rebuttal?
And God, that's the vibrations of a low value woman. Name calling, sign language, everything that Kevin Samuels talked about. And it's actually funny to me because, because you can diagnose them and dissect them from a mile away. But you got a lot of American women just like what this man is talking about. And you guys want to see it. As I get the other part of this show, hold tight.
That came to your mind from someone being physically abusive to multiple women. Some of you niggas are very sick in the head. Then a woman below me said, not you thinking that you're on his level. Don't remember saying I was on Puffy's level at all. I said men don't date women who don't make as much money as you. Then below that, this person says, you date the men then. So black women tend to call you gay and ugly and try to check your worth. Now, I think that's odd, again, coming from a group of people who not only claim that they are the most disrespected in the United States while being disrespectful to everyone. But let me bring this up to you. They're also the group of people considered the most unattractive in the world. Black women are considered by every other race the ugliest group on earth. They're the least dated, the least married. They have the most STDs. They have the most kids out of wedlock. They have to wear weave and wig.
Shout out to Bella Rings. And Bella, you're correct. She said it's ingrained in their spirit to throw insults. The programming has to be broken. What programming? Strong and independent, don't need a man, and our equal feminist misandric mindset. And you're right, young lady. But Bella, they're trying to shame you and call you a mammy. They call you a pick-me. They're trying to shame you because they're broken women. But see, when they start calling me names, I get ready for them because I would destroy them every time. But they're trying to shame you too, Bella. But it's funny to me. It's funny to me.
Hair plugs and pieces just to be considered attractive. Many of y'all have to get BBLs. Most of y'all show your backsides on your pages more than your front. Tell me I'm lying. You can see more black women's butts on social media than you can see their face. And when they usually hear somebody telling them how pretty they are is when they're bent over shaking their butt. But again, this group that is struggling and begging people to find them attractive will call you ugly when it has nothing to do with how you look. So let me ask you something, black lady. Because I'm unattractive, should I not have an opinion on life? Well, if that's the case, it's funny that black women are the most outspoken and the least attractive. Now, you can't argue with me nor science. Even babies would rather see a white woman over their crib than a black one. These are also facts.
Yeah, that was a talking point that got Kevin Samuels in trouble by some of them guys.
But you spend your day trying to insult people for not agreeing with you. It's because you're angry. It's because the only thing you know how to do is try to get under people's skin, because just being a black female gets under your skin. Every day you wake up trying to look like somebody else, from the makeup to drawing the baby hairs and all that. And every day I get up, I turn the camera on. So apparently I accept my ugly. Maybe you should learn to accept yours.
And that's the point, guys. A lot of them use filters, makeup, fake hair, but they got the damn nerve to call you ugly. You know, they use cosmetics. A lot of these women is talking about your boy, the interview from the media, man. They're fake. But see, simps buy into it because they were raised by their mothers. They weren't raised by masculine men. And they struggle with their self-esteem. And I'm going to show it to you guys in a minute. And once again, guys, those are the talking points of a narcissist. Those are the talking points of a narcissist, guys. Let me show you guys something real quick. We're going to break this down real fast. And then I'm going to end this stream. Hold on. But it's time for black men to start having greater standards, man, and not let people shame them. Not let folks shame them for having the options. And like I said, guys, it don't bother me. I laugh at them, man. You guys are right with the damn baby hairs. You guys are right about the baby hairs. D said there's a clip where May said she was like a Caucasian male. I'm not shocked. They have a low contempt of hate for black men. But you got some folks to say that these women support black male content. No, they don't. They support black men to kiss their behind. That's what they do. But I'm the one, because I will go toe to toe with your behind. Let me show you guys something real quick. Now, guys, this is from a simp.
This dude named Trell the Trainer.
Shout out to Media Man. But Trell the Trainer, guys, was a simp. Shout out to the Media Man. Y'all go check out the Media Man. And guys, share the stream for me. I need y'all to share the stream, because the Media Man is right. Some of these men, they need a sympnosis. They need a sympnosis. And Trell the Trainer, and shout out to A Peaceful Life for giving me this. Shout out to him. They need a simp gnosis. Hold on.
He's actually made a good living for himself. Got millions of subscribers, millions of followers, majority black women. And the reason why is because he has a rags to riches story. The brother used to be in prison. He made something of himself. He's somewhat of a lifestyle creator where he shows what he learned from prison. You know what happened? All that foolery backfired on his ass because he had one experience with a woman who wouldn't buy him a $20 meal.
He had one experience from a woman that won't buy him a $20 meal, guys. Listen.
You got on social media was talking about, I see so many men, they're complaining about black women and blah, blah, blah. If you scared to tell black women the truth, you're going to get the same treatment.
Listen to what Media Man is saying. I'll say the same thing, guys. I'm not afraid to tell them the truth because they can call me out of my name all they want to. I will match them and destroy them psychologically. That's why they hate men like me. And that's why they use their degrees to prove their superiority. But their education is not superior than mine. And their mind is not superior than mine. That's why they struggle with a man like me, because I'm the antithesis to some of the things that they believe in.
At this dude, Trell the Trainer. Let's see what he's talking about.
What's up, y'all? Quick story time. So a young lady that I had dealings with, or was dating, whatever you want to categorize it as, was coming over to the crib, right? And so I was feeling a little hungry. So I asked her, I was like, hey, can you grab me food? I'm hungry and I don't want to leave the crib. She said, oh, sure. If you pay for it, I'll pick it up. So then I asked, wait, do I have to pay for it?
Real quick. I know you guys see the eye patches under his eye. So he's trying to make that cool. He's one of these lifestyle creators that are telling guys, hey, it's okay to wear eye patches to reduce the swelling or the bags under your eyes in public. And at first, it was cool to women. Yeah, self-care. We love a guy who takes care of his hygiene. After he put out this video, you know what they said about them eye patches? Are you gay?
And guys, that's the typical shaming language, guys. If they can't control you one way, they try to control you by shaming you. That's the typical shaming language. They either talk about your phallus or they'll talk about other things that have nothing to do with the conversation.
That's what your ass get. Let's continue.
In order for you to bring me food? She said yes, because if I pay for it, it puts me in my masculine energy. Wait, so we've been dating for a little while? You can't bring me food? $20? Unless I pay for it? And to me, don't get it wrong, I was not mad at all. She still came over. I went and got my own food and everything. But it did make me look at her different. Because to me, that's a character flaw. Because if you only have the capacity to do something for me under the condition that it's reciprocated or that I pay for it, that means it's not genuine, it's not in your heart. And to me, that doesn't work because I'm the opposite. I hold those doors for you on those dates because it's in my heart. I pay for everything when you're with me because it's on my heart. I book your plane ticket because it's in my heart. I am not one to keep score. And so if you can't bring somebody that you've been talking to, dating, a $20 meal because that puts you in your masculine, major red flag. And then I posted about it on my Instagram story, and one young...
But this is what Trell the Trainer get about. He compromises his masculinity by lying to women. That's why I tell you men never lie to women. Stand firm and be unapologetic in your masculinity. And if they get out of line, you just check them. But see, men like Trell the Trainer, that's what's wrong with so many simps. That's why I said some of these damn men need a simp gnosis. And them simps that was over there or at the other channel and not speaking up as masculine men, don't bring your ass back to my channel again because you're going to be blocked unless you pay a simp penance. I detest simps with a passion.
The lady was like, well, I would have done the same thing if we're not exclusive. Exclusive? Baby, we're talking about a $20 meal I didn't ask you to go to the grocery store, cook, fill out my refrigerator. I asked if you could bring me food. Because we ain't got to be exclusive for me to pay for your nails, huh? We ain't got to be exclusive for me to hold all.
John Smith said, brothers, leave these modern women, black women alone, as most of them deserve to be. You won't even ask them for a meal without it being a problem. They offer no value other than a worn-through vagina. You're right. Shout out to Real Bravado Network. He said pandering pandemic. And simping, guys, should be a mental illness, in my opinion. Simping should be a mental illness, guys. It should be a mental illness.
Bring you flowers, but we gotta be exclusive for you to bring me a $20 meal. It's sad, man, and I think that's why we have the dating problems and trouble we have now, because nobody is moving just genuinely. Everybody is keeping score, and this attitude that, like, I'm not doing X, Y, and Z if he's not doing this for me or she's not doing this for me. And unfortunately, I just don't move like that. I've never had. If you are hungry and I have it, you are fed. Simple. Whether I like you or not. Now, if I like you, it's a bonus. But it's in my heart to be this way. But I would love to hear y'all thoughts on this situation. Ladies, is she justified? Is she right? Fellas, what y'all think?
So basically, the scenario is that he's seeing this woman. He asked this woman to bring him a $20 meal because he was hungry before she stopped by. The woman said, no, I don't buy men stuff unless we're in a relationship or unless I'm committed to you. He got offended by that. And this is something that I've told you guys multiple times. Women will disqualify themselves from being wives. I don't care about the backlash that you get from disqualifying a woman if she don't do what the hell you think she should do. Coming over your house and you ask her to grab something to eat and she says no, but she's still willing to come over your house and give you the vagina, guess what she just did? She just put herself in the other things category. She is not your wife. I just explained that to you guys. These women are useful to the group.
And Media Man is correct. If she only give you vagina without service, put her in the other category, because that's all she is. Don't see her as being valuable or nothing. You put her ass in the category of other.
For some odd reason, a lot of women, black women in particular, think that I won't cook for you, I won't clean for you, but I will bend it over and bust it wide open in your bedroom. And you know what? We'll take that deal. That's why you are in the other things category. And this is for every man that's watching this. If you have a woman ever utter out of her crazy ass mouth, I'm not going to buy you a $20 meal, but she's on her way over to your house to have sex with you, who wins? Both of y'all win, because she thinks that she just stood her ground and just told you something. Hey, I don't spend money on a man, but I'm going to have sex with him. And you also win because you get to hit that vagina without her knowing that she will never be your girlfriend and she will never be your wife. Because you know what? If you think that investing $20 in me is too much, but you're willing to have sex with me, there's something wrong with your dumb ass. But I'm going to use that vagina and I'm going to get rid of your ass as soon as I'm done. And that may be a month from now. That may be.
And he's right. If they don't see themselves outside of their used vaginas, I would do the same thing if I was a single man, guys. Not taking these birds serious. I agree with that brother 100%.
6 months from now, you won't know because I don't care. You should not care, gentlemen. She disqualified herself. I have never been in a situation where a woman puts some stipulations on what she's going to do for me. If I'm having sex with that woman, everything is on the table. I'm getting gifts. I'm getting Christmas gifts. I'm getting birthday gifts. I'm getting sex, whichever way possible. And I'm not going to sit there and complain about, really? A woman going to come over my house and say that she ain't going to buy me a $20 meal when she know that she going to get it back? I pay for gas. I used to send women gas money when they was coming over my house. Little 20 spot. It's nothing. For a weekend of fucking, and I'm gonna give this woman $20 for gas because she decided to come over here, dress it up, shave, buy lingerie. We gonna finna get off this damn Hennessy until we drink until we fuck each other's brains out, and I'm gonna sit there and complain? No, this woman is gonna get treated very well. I'm gonna send her gas money. We gonna eat good, DoorDash, all that type of stuff, right? Because she giving me what I want. I'm not gonna complain about that. But if you got a woman that won't do that, she just put herself in the other things category. It's perfectly fine. I'm not gonna get on social media and complain to women. This dude, millions of subscribers, majority women, and he complained, what's your thoughts? She wouldn't buy me a $20 meal. That shit.
And here's the crazy thing, guys. The women, they were mocking him. The women were mocking this poor simp that needed a sympnosis.
Didn't go the way you thought it was, brother. Yeah, and I'm gonna say after this woman cook, I'm gonna show y'all the comments. Oh man, it is funny. It's hilarious. That's what his ass get. He should have just been content with using this woman's body, cause she think that she just she started. She stand on business.
Told me I standing on business, nigga. And on business.
You know, she thought she was standing on business. I'm not buying no food for a man if we not in a committed relationship. Oh, okay. You naked yet?
Silly, man. But they get mad at you guys when you go get you a wife from another country. These birds get mad when you get a wife from another country. But these birds want your cornbread.
Hey, girl, you gonna eat your cornbread?
Don't say nothing. You talking to me? Yeah, I think he's talking to you.
腰はひねって S 字型。
Oh, buy me food. Well, I won't make you a wife. Even fair exchange. That's what your dumb ass kid.
Like, when it comes to whether or not that girl was wrong for not bringing that man a $20 meal, I'm on his side now. Because my thing is this. If you walked into that man's apartment and you saw a grass wall with a neon sign that says Netflix and chill, and you proceeded to still give that man some cat, you proceeded to still meet that man multiple times, oh, baby, it's a free-for-all. I feel like you deserve whatever comes next because that's what you signed up for. Like, this man was giving you literal signs. Literal signs. And you said, you know what? I see the clownery, but I want to be a part of this circus. So, I'm sorry, baby girl. Girl power and all that, but...
And guys, you know what the problem is? They get, you hear some of these birds that get mad and say, well, why you keep talking about black women? But the things we talk about is the incessant behaviors that so many show. That's like telling the preacher to stop preaching about sin. But sin is getting worse. It's so illogical. Sin is increasing, and there's not enough people. Most people are sinning, then I'm doing the right thing. But that's like telling the preacher to stop sinning because you're in your feelings. Very illogical.
Baby, you signed up for that. Netflix and chill on a grass wall. He told you what he was about right then and there. You talking about masculine and feminine energy to a man who has a grass wall in his house that says Netflix and chill. He's ran through and he told you that. He wanted you to know. He wants everybody to know. And you didn't care. So at that point, whatever goes, baby, you said it's free game. I'm with whatever.
But this woman sounds silly. Men can't be ran through. He's not ran through. But see, women try to use that reverse psychology to make them feel good about themselves. A man can't be ran through. A man cannot be ran through. It's one of the dumbest things I ever heard in my life. But they do that to make themselves feel good. And you know some guys, they don't never have anything of original creativity on their own. We had the passport bros, then that became the passport sis. But a man can't be ran through. Because a man, unless he's dealing with another man, that's one thing. But a man on the strength of being a man, how can a hammer be ran through? But they're so delusional, guys. They'll try to make you think that a damn man can be ran through. A man can't be ran through, but a woman can.
Dumbasses get.
As men of them are ran through.
And let me explain something to the guys. We joke around, me and my friends, about, hey man, I should just start pandering to women because there's more money in it. It's actually true because women fall with words. But I'm gonna tell y'all this, and this is for any man that's listening. It is very tough for men to gain the respect of other men. And that's why I despise panders, because they take the easy way out. Instead of telling the truth, instead of telling men the truth, telling women the truth, you guys take the easy way out and tell women lies.
Right.
And feed their egos.
Right.
And that's why I despise.
Right, and I despise them too, man. Right, I despise them too. I like I said, guys, I was so appalled when I saw them old damn weak simps the other night. When I was looking at this breakdown based on what somebody sent me, I said these simps are pathetic. But some of the same simps had their ass on my channel in the past. But like I said, if I see you again, your ass gonna get blocked unless you repent of your simping ways and send me a damn simp penance. You're gonna send me a simp penance. If I see you without paying your simp penance, your ass is gonna be blocked.
5 men who pander. You're not a stand-up enough man to tell women the truth and also get the results that you want. You're a dummy. Hate the fact that men take advantage of a woman's ability to just listen to words. That's why I'm covering this, because this is a lesson to every man who panders. More damage, you do more damage to these dating spaces than you could ever imagine. Because you send it.
And that's why I said, guys, they need a sympnosis. Many of these men need a damn sympnosis because they feed the delusion of these delusional birds. They feed the delusion of these delusional birds.
Women out there on the dating market thinking that they're endowed and they should be getting certain things that they don't qualify for instead of telling them the truth. And this is the backlash that your ass deserve. Panders. So that's why I don't like panders. It's not the fact that I'm sitting there listening to these guys go in on men. No, it's the damage that you're doing to women, in particular black women, because they're looking for an out. The responsibility placed on them. They don't want to have anything negative placed on them. Who can check me, boo? The karma that, and when you have pandering ass dudes like this is the karma that your ass was supposed to receive. He wasn't going back and forth trying to protect himself or whatever, but this is him. He said, Twitter in a frenzy because I asked a woman I was dating off and on for 6 months if she could bring me food on her way to my crib, and now I'm sassy. I still buy her food, nails, and lip fillers.
And guys, how can a man be sassy, guys? A man is sassy for asking for food. Make it make sense. A man is sassy, guys, for asking for food. But these are y'all queens. These are you all's queens. They're your queens.
If she asked me, because it's in my heart. And he's still trying to hold on to that pandering ass foolery. And like I said, the brother has done an excellent job of creating a space where women feel good. Let me show you what they said about it. This woman said, now you want to roll out the rest of the story. Let's pack you up, sassy pants.
You see how they turn on them, guys? These delusional birds can't be trusted. If I was a single man, I would never give my talents to some of these heifers, guys. I wouldn't give my talents, my money, my resources to the typical ran through American woman with all these bastard kids. I got a damn nerve to try to talk junk where all their virtues go.
Stab you in the TikTok has taught me one thing. They smile 1 minute with you, then stab you in the back the next. They feel betrayed. Not you claiming you don't want a gender war that you started. That was a dude. He said, hop off my nuts. Brother, hey, you got to take accountability for that. You started this foolery. Hold on, I missed that. This woman, you guys can't see that, but she said, "Why you on my feed? We left sassy men in 2023." Look, this woman asked him, "What's your favorite lip gloss?" She said, "This is so funny because he thinks he's right." Look, this woman says, "Those eye patches told me all I need to know." And like I said, guys, he is a lifestyle creator and a guy who tries to debunk, well, men need to take care of their hygiene. So before he said this about this $20 date, they was with it. Because this is not the first time that he put on eye patches to reduce the swelling or the bags under his eyes. But now it's sassy because he says something that went against the sisterhood. And that's what your ass get. It sounds like you are keeping score, even though you said you're not keeping score, my guy. And it was dudes in there trying to hold the brother accountable, but he wasn't listening. Look, this woman said, "We need to leave you behind in 2023. It said crazy. This man said crazy how he's made hundreds of videos on how to treat women with care and respect. However, they completely turn on him.
And see, guys, that's why I do these videos, guys, so y'all can understand female nature and narcissistic tendencies. Guys, if y'all not members of the membership, go ahead and sign up for the membership. But that's why I do these shows, guys, because I want good black men that have done the work to get the best woman they can get. I would say the typical American woman is not worth your time, white or black. And that's why you need to focus on yourself.
Over a video about a meal, and he said that's how they do you. So I guess he's trying to learn. This woman was right under that. Said, "You the leader of sassy men." That's what your ass get. Hold on. Look, this woman said, "Y'all not exclusive." I agree with her. And like I said, let women disqualify themselves. She's saying that y'all not exclusive, but we having sex. Cool. You in the other things category. You are now useful to the group. I'm going to get my rocks off for those 5 to 6 months, as Trell the trainer said, that he was seeing this woman, and then I'm going to leave your dumb ass.
And guys, that's why I said these narcissistic birds offer nothing. These narcissistic birds, they offer nothing but chaos, guys.
Too much. Y'all not exclusive. If a woman that you having sex with, the most intimate thing that you can do with a woman, and she think that $20 for buying a meal is too much, oh yeah, immediately in the other things category. I might as well call it Oscar the Grouch trash can. I love trash. The other thing.
Oh, I love trash. Anything dirty or dingy or dusty.
Yo, all right, look. This woman said, "Keeping score and testing people is nuts." She said, "I'm proud of her. No exclusive relationship, no expectations." You know what, woman? Absolutely. No expectations whatsoever, other than you bending over my couch. That's the expectation. So I agree with you. You come.
And God, and that's all they're good for, guys, are getting a hot dog. Because most of them ran through anyway. Most of them are ran through, severely damn ran through. They got so much pus in them. I got a new term. They got a lot of pus in them. I mean, severely ran through all that damn pus in them. But they got a nerve to talk about saving the community and taking care of kids and being good men. Pathetic.
And I'm gonna send your ass home, and I'm gonna put your ass out there on the dating market so you can try and find another husband, aka a simp. Christina, the eye patch princess, enjoyed his spa time while driving. We ain't keeping score, but we're posting it everywhere. Wow. I think you're keeping score. Look, he trying to clap back. That's what they say. Young people clap back. He said, "Who asked you?" Look, on and off for 6 months and not exclusive, I wouldn't buy your ass a push pop. Damn right, woman. But yeah, make sure you ain't got on no drawers once you get out that shower.
And guys, look at the shaming language. Look at the shaming language of these angry birds, guys. Look at the shaming language of these angry birds, guys. Look at the shaming language of these angry.
Loser ass.
Your video with comments about.
Look at the shaming language of these damn angry birds.
Was your sneaky link as you worded it in a reply to a comment. Please stop this ignorant nonsense. See, they down with it. They understand. They understand I'm a sneaky link. I'm going to play my role. Don't be expecting me to buy your ass a $20 meal. You know what, woman? You absolutely right. This one became straight with it. You gay? Look. Ladies, y'all be on this man D when he say something that benefits y'all, but once he don't, it's all hell. Ridiculous. That's what you get for pandering. All this over $20. Bruh, this is sad. He make one video of him. He's going against women, and now
I told you guys it's groupthink. Remember I told you guys that? These birds believe in groupthink. As soon as you go against the machine, they turn on. That's why I don't take these birds serious, because I'm going to do what the hell I want to do, and so should you guys. Y'all should do what y'all want to do. Shout out to all the good women that got husbands, and they trying to respect their husband. But these birds, I'm going to do what I want to do, especially if I was single. I would laugh at these birds. I would play them and use that little dirty box and get rid of them.
He a villain all of a sudden. Have y'all forgot he gets on men every vid? And like I said, this is what your ass get for pandering. A lot of these women want to move the goalpost. It's multiple response videos made off of this $20 video. Promise you. And I swear, you will laugh. You will laugh. I had a good old time. This was sent to me. And I got caught going down a rabbit hole seeing the responses from the women. Oh, it's hilarious. They cooking this dude. And then you know what? He probably go on for another 2 weeks or so. But he gonna get back to pandering again. Like on Friday, when he leave, I'm gonna be talking again. But I hope this is a lesson for any man who decides to pander. They will smile in your face, but once you say something crazy, oh, you the enemy. You might as well be Mr. from The Color Purple.
Look at you. You're black, you're poor, you're ugly, you're a woman, you're nothing at all.
Or the dude on For Color Girls that dropped them kids off the damn 2-story house. That's what you're gonna look like to them. As soon as you get out of pocket, hey man, you supposed to be for us. You supposed to be talking about men. You supposed to be telling us what we want to hear. And you gonna go out and say some foolery like this? Mister.
Could be. Could be not.
Not the new mister. You the old mister. Daddy Glover mister. You might as well be Ike Turner from What's Love Got to Do with It.
Come on.
All right.
Everything is always through the lens of trauma, guys. We're about to end the stream in a minute, guys. Thank you to the 26 that are watching. But guys, simping is hard. Simping makes it bad for masculine men trying to do the right thing.
So I hope this teach pandering ass dudes a lesson. Because that's what your asses get. You better tell the truth. What you scared of? Y'all scared of women you ain't never met.
All right, guys. That's about it for tonight, guys. Some of these men, once again, they need a sympnosis. Are you guys in need of a sympnosis? Are you guys in need of a sympnosis? If you are in need of a sympnosis, come see me at kosherclinician@gmail.com so you can stop your simping ways. Are you a victim of brokenness and despair? A broken man is a hopeless man, and a hopeless man is a very dangerous man. Many times, many of you young men that are listening come from homes that are very toxic and very dysfunctional. And because of that, many of you have deferred your power in many ways to the point it's led over into your social life and many times laid over into your relationships. If you guys are dealing with mental health pathologies, conscious and unconscious, come see me at kosherclinician@gmail.com. That's kosherclinician@gmail.com. It's important that you deal with your mental health in order to be a better person for yourself, your loved ones, and also your community. But because mental health is often stigmatized, many of you often suffer in silence. Don't be a victim in silence. And see me once again at kosherclinician@gmail.com. And I need you guys to remember this. If it ain't 7, it ain't kosher. If it ain't kosher, it ain't right. There are 7 steps that a man must go through in order to become an optimized male. And male mental health is one of those elements that's paramount to the functioning of a man. Be well.
All right, guys, we're about to end in a minute. Guys, share the stream. I appreciate it. And guys, y'all take care of yourself because we know, guys, that they keep lying on them brothers. Be good.
I just want to do God's will. And He's allowed me to go up to the mountain. And I've looked over and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land.
To exclusively marry black men. We are in the middle of a crisis. Black men are in crisis. And anybody who denies that black men are in crisis is ignoring the data, the science, the research, the statistics. It is not a figment of your imagination that there are not enough eligible black men to marry.
It's been an honor serving with you all. Autobots, roll out. We rolling.
Nanobots, transform.
She lie on them brothers, separate uncles and nephews and cousins and try to pin us against mothers. How you a woman but ain't got a man for protection, but you undercover? How do you think that we suffer? Thought we were sisters and brothers. Now you get birthed in the gutter. When they rap, they the same ones that cut you. Be the same ones who yelling they love you. Be the same ones who calling me nigga. After that wanna say I'm his brother. Yeah, she lie on them brothers. 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 So what going on in your man, you don't get it. And using your women as splitters, then hitters. Put you in place and our family ruined. Target your boys, you don't see what they doing. We gotta beat them, you wanna join them, we just leave them. Your feminist feminism, more like treason. Politics, you don't even follow leaders. First is master, probably cause of your Jesus.
God is white. Isn't it obvious? Well, that is obvious, but we don't know if it's obvious that God is white. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us that Jesus did not have blonde hair and blue eyes. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us that the images of Jesus that are on prison walls and churches throughout the world are not historically correct, because history teaches us that Jesus was born in a region where the people had color. There's proof in the very Bible that you ask us to read in Revelation's 1st chapter, verse 14 and 15, that Jesus had hair like wool and feet the color of brass. Just what are you saying? I'm not saying anything. I'm proving to you that Jesus was not, and I might quote one of our Indian brothers, he was not a pale face.
This would have been a dick, you didn't believe it. You reap the benefits from your achievements. Penitentiary, all we get is deleted. But God on our side, baby, we gon' beat it. She lie on them brothers. She lie on them brothers.
I've been on you. I'm the biggest, baddest.
Separate uncles and nephews and cousins and try to pin us against mothers. How you a woman but ain't got a man for protection, but you undercover? How do you think that we suffer? Thought we were sisters and brothers. Now you get birthed in the gutter. When they rap, they the same ones that cut you. Be the same ones who yelling they love you. Be the same ones who calling me nigga. After that wanna say I'm his brother. She lie on the brothers. 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 She lie on the brothers.
She out, brothers. She out, brothers.
Break up all these black men just watch, and they don't give a fuck. Yeah, this man hit me with fucking grabbed a rock and it hit me in my fucking face because I would have given him my number. And all y'all just fucking watch. Y'all see that shit? Y'all see that shit? What y'all do? I want y'all to be a man. I want y'all to be a man and fucking do something. Y'all gonna let a man hit me in my face.
Roll out. Transformer. 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 Roll out.
When my friends go, it was simple. When the end's low, switch the tempo. I got right, I got heart, I won't die, I'ma fight. I go down, then I strike. I go hard day and night, yeah. I go hard day and night. 1-to-1, no surprise. See the hate in their eyes. My brothers blood money bleed. I got the game in the squeeze. What would you do for some green? What would you do for some blues? Go pick and choose the fam of the cheese. Some people not built like that. Some people get killed like that. Pressure like water, lights, mortgage. I've been at bills like that. Now I got kids like that. No wonder why I feel like that. Some people go to war for nothing. Me, I go to war for something.
Before there was the manosphere, I was. Before there was the internet, I was.
When the end's low, switch the tempo. I got right, I got heart, I won't die, I'ma fight. I go down, bet I strike. I go hard day and night. Money on the line, keep calling. Money on the books, ain't all that. My kids, they'll be ballin'. Got a real bankroll, not for Instagram. My mama on the line, keep calling. Praying for me, know I need all that. Told me it's not about ballin'. Real blessed, but I'm still sinning, man. What would you do for a win? What would you do for your friends? What if this life is a foe? What if it all is pretend? What if you roll to the end? What if you started again?
Fire! The kosher.